Good morning. Just the one car in the lay-by. And I didn't realise the traffic was so fast going past this van. Every time they go past, I'm moving. And when a big truck goes past, it's crazy. I never noticed it last night though. I must have slept for 8.5 hours. That is pretty good. You got to be happy with that. But the traffic going past here every time, we just wait for a truck or something to go past now. And it's like the whole van. Ooh, it's crazy. Let's see if Kat's about. She hasn't moved yet. There she is. Good morning. Well, she's out of the sheets. So that's a sure sign that it was a warm night. And I was definitely warm last night. Didn't need the heating on. It was all good. So, I think it's time to get up and make some breakfast because I'm starving. First job though, kettle on, as always. And the thing I really like about stealth van camping, you're already dressed as soon as you get out of bed. Although it is a little bit chilly, but I'm not gonna crack. I'm not gonna put the heating on this morning. No way. Every time you go straight for the gas dropouts, don't you? I suppose you're gonna need a wee, aren't you? We'll get you sorted, don't you worry. I can't remember if I showed you the new edition. We bought a little bowl. Got to remember to keep that away from the heat or it's going to melt. Gas on. The lid on. Kettle on. You a good girl? You enjoyed your night? Loves it. 6 degrees this morning. 6 degrees. Feels like -5 in here. But I haven't got enough diesel. I'm not putting it on. I refuse. I've got my little basket of food. A couple of hash browns, some sausages, some mushrooms, bread. Love these rolls. Butter, milk, and some tomato sauce. Can't beat it. Get me milk sorted. Just bought enough milk for one brew. That's all I need. Them cars going past. Wow. This van is rocking. No, not like that. 2 good dollops of coffee. 2 sugars. That's how I like my coffee in the morning. She hasn't moved. Are you going back to bed? Get the old cap back on. Looking good. I wonder if Big Jace likes his. So there's a bit of news actually. I've started having numerous emails from different companies. Would you like to review this? Would you like to review that? All you have to do is mention it on the video and you can have it for free. And just small things like there was a small cooking pot thing. There was, what was it? I can't remember now, but there was a couple of small little items, and I'm sticking to my word. There will be no reviews on this channel. This is not going to turn into QVC, because if there's one thing I hate, it's review videos. I don't mind like things like the boat. That's talking about the boat, so it's not a review, it's not a product placement from a company. Anything that I review will be something that I've bought, and I'll just be saying, what do you think of this? I'm not going to be trying to sell it yet. There's not going to be any 10% discount codes and things like that. although I have used some from other channels and they are useful. The last one I used was outside a tank. He went away to this beautiful place, I'll show you there, and it looks so fantastic for Cat the dog. Really, it's a sort of dog place to take your dog and to celebrate their birthday or something like that, you know, just lovely for your pet animal. So we have booked that. Mrs. Baby fell in love with it as soon as she saw it, so we did get 10% off that. It was expensive, I'll do. If I tell you that the 10% was worth 37 quid, that's how expensive that video was to watch. But yeah, there'll be no reviews on this channel. It's just not for me. As soon as I watch channels and they switch to that kind of conversation, oh, and here we have, now this comes from, I can't be bothered with it. So you are warned, if you're reviewing stuff and I follow you, I'm not watching. I'll like it, I'll comment, but I'm not watching it, I can assure you. This kettle is taking an age to boil. The whole reviews thing, that's not having to go at any channels, by the way. I subscribe to a lot of channels and I follow them and I comment and I like. And it's not having to go at any particular channel. It's just a road that I don't want to go down. It doesn't interest me. I came off normal telly, although I still pay a TV license and I'm still thinking about getting rid of that. But I came out of terrestrial viewing for a reason, and that was because of adverts. I cannot bear adverts on the telly. I don't know what you guys are like. But we watch things on BBC iPlayer, so I suppose you need a license for that. No adverts, fantastic. At the moment. We watch things on Amazon, kettle's boiled. And they've now started putting adverts every 15 minutes while you're watching a program, so I'm going to watch that much less now. And I don't see that the reviews and the advertising and the 10% off codes and all of that, it's no different for me. As soon as I see that this is a product placement job, I think, no, trying to take advantage of my enjoyment here, and I'm not interested. So like I said, it's not a go at any channel. Everybody's entitled to do whatever they want to do, but it's not for me. Definitely not. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Right, we're going to get some breakfast sorted out because I'm absolutely starving. Sausages on first. Believe it or not, they're still partly frozen. 8 hours they've been in there. Unbelievable. Yes, you will definitely get a sausage, so don't worry. Look at that. That's what you call a morning coffee. Just put a little bit of olive oil in with the sausages. If you watch my video on the chemicals in the toilet, I had some good feedback off that. Somebody said to try these gel things. They're like granules and you put them in the bottom of the basin, and then as you use the loo, it turns to gel and it's easy to dispose. So I put it to Mrs. Baby and she said absolutely not. So we won't be doing that. But I thought it was a good idea, and there's been 1 or 2 comments. A few people have said that the chemicals do stink and there's not a lot you can do about it, and it does need that well ventilated room. And there was one comment that the smell never been an issue and they use a chemical toilet. So it is horses for courses, to be honest. Mrs. Baby hasn't got a very sensitive nose where I have, so I'll pick up on smells that she's going, I can't smell anything, and I'm like, yeah, I can, whatever. And I've just got a more sensitive nose than she has. And of course, Cat the dog, 100 times more sensitive, but she can't tell us. But yeah, much fresher in here, much fresher. None of that sort of background sour smell was the word I was looking for in that video. Very sour, very chemically, and that's all gone. Oh, I'm hungry. We have got a bit of time to kill this morning because we're picking Mrs. Baby up at 12:30. So we can chill out in this lay-by. Absolutely loving it. Nice and peaceful. Our bellies will be full. And then we're picking Baby up at 12:20, I think she said. And then we're heading off. She's going out for a meal with her friend. So we're heading off to Telford. I'm going to drop her off there. And I'll probably say goodbye from there. We've had to take the Batmobile in for a service today, and the air conditioning is still not fixed, if I've mentioned it before in videos. Unbelievable. They came and took it last time, brought it back, said yeah, doesn't look as though it ever had any gas in it from brand new, the bloke said. He said it's all working fine now. I said, oh, fantastic. Never checked. Mrs. Baby drove it to work the next day, car all steamed up. She puts her hand over the aircon, nothing, just warm air, useless. So they never checked it. Garages. You just can't trust them, can you? Unbelievable. So these rolls I was talking about, these are Baker's sub rolls, and they're from Morrison's. You get 4 for £1.25. A little bit heavy on price, to be honest, but they are absolutely delicious. So we started buying them now. That's the rolls all buttered, and I'm going to put the rest of that butter in with the sausages, because the mushrooms, or the slimy suckers, will need something to help them on. So that's the slimy suckers in, and the bash browns. Beautiful. So patient, so patient. What a good girl. I always like to cut my sausages down the middle just to make sure they're cooked when I'm camping. Keep the place tidy. And there we have it. The first one is out. Voila. Mmm. Oh, and that bread is so light. It's dripping already. I'm going to eat this. There's number 2. No points for presentation. Bash browns need a bit longer. So we're all alone in this lay-by now. Cool. Go on then, cat. Go and have a look. Oh, there was a time where you'd spring up in the air and jump straight down. Now you've got to have a stretch on you. You're getting old. Go and have a look. She knows they're too hot. She's not stupid. I've just put the fan on. You can hear that in the background now. Get rid of some of this smoke. There she goes. Straight to the gas dropouts. I can't breathe, I'm trapped. She has been out, by the way, while we've been doing all of this. She's had her morning wee. I didn't film it. I'm going to call them ready and get them out. Nice and crisp. Super hot. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Whoa, hot. I think I'll give them 5 minutes. Boy, they hold their heat. We should build houses out of bash browns. And as if by magic, back in the gas dropouts. Sausages are gone. Go to bed now. Back to bed. Back to bed, go on. There she goes. She'll have another half hour now somewhere. So Kat's just been for her second wee. And the time is 11:10. We've got about an hour and 10 minutes to kill, and then we're going to go and pick up baby. Perfect. So you may have noticed that we've lost one of the cameras. I've just swapped the two ports over, and it's not the unit. It is that there's no signal coming from the front camera, so I assume the front camera is the one that's most likely to get ingressed by water, because you're driving rain into it by going forward, I suppose. Or the connections just come loose up on the roof. So I'll have a look at that later when I get home. A little bit annoying. But it is good that it's not the module that's gone wrong. Like I say, I swapped another camera into that port and it works fine. So it's definitely the camera. It's not giving off a signal. It's probably mashed up with water. Never mind, we'll get it sorted. Time is ticking on now. So it's coming up 10 to 12. So I am now gonna get the back sorted, shoot into the front and go and pick Mrs. Baby up. I'll take you there, but she's going through a phase of not wanting to be on camera, so that's fine. That's fine. Should we put her on camera? No. See you in a minute. That's the view we should have been getting from the front camera. Little house over there. But we are right on the road here, and the traffic, the speed it comes around that corner is just frightening. Whole van, whoa, crazy. So I have arrived. I'm outside baby's work. I'm waiting to take her to Telford now. She's just finishing up. I won't show where she works. But this is part 2. And I'm interested if anybody puts in the comments, where's part 1? Where's part 1? Well, this is the explanation. There isn't a part 1. But if you've watched all the video, you'll know. It's just an experiment. I'm just calling it part 2. And let's see if you watch the explanation. I look forward to the comments. You guys take it easy. You've been watching Steve the Transit Camper on the morning after of a van camp. See you soon.